YouTube, Facebook is taking a while to start. Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatham to the brothers. Yahweh Shemar done by Shem Yahushua to the sisters. Priest and officer 500 precaution Shemar holding down the I.S.U.P.K history class. Start off like always. Let's give the Lord a hand. That's right. Man, our brothers and sisters, man, so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians throughout the four corners of the earth, scattered abroad. We need to understand that we are a holy and special people according to this Bible. According to these scriptures and according to the word of God, we are a special people, a peculiar treasure that is intended to be above all nations, not equal to, but above all nations. And I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds make-believe and I'm making stuff up. And who believes this? You know, who would believe this? Especially how we live in this earth, especially after all the captivity and oppression and the destruction that we go through, man. How these other nations try to destroy and wipe us out and make us feel like we're nothing. But the Most High God said we are special people, man. And we need to know our history. We need to know where we come from. We need to know what type of men was in our family. We need to know what kind of sisters were in our family, man. How powerful and how mighty they were from serving the Most High God, man. Right. From following our Father, from following our culture, from our laws and upholding our statutes and our commandments that the Most High God gave to us. And our brothers and sisters, we're going to get some stories in the Bible, man. We're going to get some of these scriptures out, and we're going to prove and show just how valuable and how precious and how amazing the children of Israel were and are. You understand? Because we are still amazing. No matter what they try to put on us, no matter how much they try to demonize us and criminalize us and make us slaves and make us to be entertainment as if we're only good for labor and making someone laugh or entertaining someone. Right. We are great for everything. We are good for this earth. The earth is good for us. The Most High God made this land to give to us. Don't let nobody tell you different. Let's start off with the story in Genesis. We're going to go to chapter 39, and we're going to start at verse 1. We're going to read about this brother, this great mighty brother named Joseph, man. You understand? One of Jacob's kids, one of Israel's kids, the founding father of the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Read Genesis chapter 39. Let's start from the top. God. The founding father of the children of Israel, man. This guy Jacob, man, the Lord changed the name to Israel. And he had 12 kids. And they was mighty brothers, man. Out of them kids came tribes of people. And Joseph happened to be Israel's favorite son. You understand? He seen something in that brother, man. One of the youngest brothers too. Joseph was the youngest, right? Yeah, the youngest brother, man. Something special about the last one. The last kids always got something special. You understand? But Joseph was a mighty and righteous man. And the oppressor knew. You understand? We running around not seeing the glory and the valuableness of our brothers and our sisters, man. We look at each other and treat each other like scum because this oppressor and these heathens treat us like scum. Right. And we done adapted their ways, and we look at our brothers and our sisters as if they're nothing, as if they're worthless, as if they can be killed and murdered and violated and raped and abused, and it means nothing. Because we don't love each other. We don't care about each other. We don't see how valuable we are. If we knew how valuable we were, we wouldn't put ourselves in these problems. We wouldn't treat our brothers and sisters like we treat our brothers and sisters, man. But this brother Jacob, he was a valuable brother. He was a peculiar treasure. And guess what? The oppressor knew it too. Right. You understand? The other nations knew it too. And they know it about us. They know it about you, so-called black man. They know it about you, so-called black woman, Hispanic, Native Indian man, woman, and child. They know it about you. That's why they try to keep you at the bottom. That's why they keep feeding us garbage. That's why they keep us off track and in sin and make us think that we are nothing so we don't learn how great we are. That's why they lie about the color of Christ. They don't want us to know that the greatest man to ever walk the earth was a black man like us.
That's right.
They want us to be off balance and discombobulated and out there confounded and confused so that we never know how great we are. Because if we know how great we are, we might strive to achieve it.
Right.
If we understand the greatness of our past, we might end up wanting to get that greatness. And the oppressor is well aware of that. These other nations are well aware of that, and they know who the salt of the earth is. If you got it, we can read it.
God. Genesis chapter 39, verse 1. And Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian.
Now Joseph, he was brought down to Egypt because his brothers sold him into slavery, man. His brothers sold him into slavery off of jealousy. You understand? Not seeing the value in their brother.
Right.
You understand? Not noticing how much of a treasure this brother was, man. Not noticing how amazing and how smart and how righteous and needed this brother was. They done sold him to some heathens, to some Egyptians. They sold him to some Egyptians. Let's keep reading.
God bought him of the hands, like it bought him of the hands of the Ishmaelites.
Bought him off the Ishmaelites, you know what I'm saying? From a whole another nation, man. And that's no different than what we do right now, man. Our brothers and sisters sell each other out to get next to these oppressors and these heathens every chance they get.
Right. Any
chance to get a couple dollars or push themselves higher up in this economic social ladder, they forget about everybody. What's the term they use? He forgot to throw the ladder back down.
Right.
Yeah, we don't give a damn about each other, man. And it's been going on from the beginning of the time. Come on with it.
We're crabs in a barrel.
Crabs in a barrel. You damn right, sir. We are crabs in a barrel, man. We are crabs in a barrel. And as you can see right here, this is nothing new. You understand? This spirit been around Israel forever. We need to shake it off. We need to get it out of here so we can get to being great. But these brothers sold their little brother because they was jealous of how amazing he was, how loved he was. You understand? And sold him out to the heathen, sold him out to the enemy, sold him out to the op. Let's keep reading.
God, which had brought him down thither. Verse 2. And the Most High was with Joseph.
And the what?
And the Most High was with Joseph.
But the Lord was with this brother, man. Same way the Lord is with us, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. All the trials and tribulations we face, all the problems we incur, all the unfair treatment, all the mass incarceration, all the disease, pestilence, and all the troubles that we encounter in this earth. The Most High God is with us.
Right.
The Lord loves us. All the problems we have, whatever we're going through, we should look up and say, thank you, Most High God. Thank you for giving me this problem. Because it could be worse.
Right.
It could be way worse. You understand? There's brothers and sisters out there that the things they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, the way that they live, the way that their life is set up. Some brothers and sisters couldn't make it, man.
Right.
Some brothers and sisters couldn't make it. They couldn't handle that. And they sitting around talking about what was me and sad about what they're going through. Enjoy and embrace your trials and your tribulations, man. Enjoy it. Because it could be worse. Let's keep reading.
God. And he was a prosperous man.
He was a what?
Prosperous man.
He was a prosperous man. You understand? Joseph was good. He was good. He made things better. You understand? He brought increase to whatever he did.
Right.
The same way we do. So-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indian men, we bring increase to the things we do. We out here in these ghettos and these barrios and these favelas, and we bring increase to it. The oppressor try to lie and say we depreciate in the place, but we bring increase to it. We have so much fun and make the ghetto look like somewhere to want to be, to the point where we got gentrification.
Right.
You got oppressors from all over the earth, heathens from all over the earth wanting to come and live up in your neighborhood, want to come get a place, want to take your culture, want to dress like you, want to talk like you, want to walk like you, want to act like you. Their women's getting lip injections and getting their behinds done, trying to be like the sisters. Instead, he brings increase to what he does. Joseph brought increase, man, because the Lord was with him. And when the Lord is with you, you could be a prosperous man or woman too.
That's right.
You understand? You could be a prosperous man or woman too, having the Lord with you. Let's go.
Come on, God. And he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian.
And he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian, man. You understand? Because this Egyptian owned Joseph.
Right.
No different than what we deal with right now. We had our slaveries. We had these apartments and these homes that we don't own. And who owns it? The slave master.
Right.
You understand? We are in captivity right now to this day. Don't think because they took the chains off and they allow you to get on the train, they allow you to own a home, they allow you to pay some bills. You understand? You can go to the grocery store. Don't think you're not in captivity.
Right.
Don't think that this slave master is not in control. Because if he wasn't, and if he wasn't in captivity, who would go to work? Who would go to work if they didn't have to pay bills?
Right.
Who would go to work if they didn't charge you for everything? You can't even feed yourself. You get a damn farm, they give you the seeds to plant. You can't do anything here that's of yourself. You can't do none of the things that we need to survive. If you go kill an animal for food, you're going to jail. You understand? You damn near can't. You tell your wife what to do in the house. If you ain't in the I.S.U.P.K, you ain't for training, man. You know how much brothers is in jail for telling that woman something?
Right.
Anything? Disciplining children? They come take your damn kids from you. We are in captivity here. You understand? We are in the master's house. We are in the master's house. This is his kingdom. You understand? He's not in control of everything because you know the Most High God is in control. But you understand? This is his world.
Right.
This is his world. This is his society that we are living in. Let's keep going with it.
God, verse 3. And his master saw that the Most High was with him.
What his master saw?
That the Most High was with him.
That's the slave master knows that the Lord is with you.
Right.
You understand? These other nations know that the Lord is with you. That's why they want you around. That's why they try to soak up everything that come out your mouth.
Right.
That's why they want to talk like you. That's why they want to be your best friend. You understand? I got black friends too. You know, all that garbage. That's why they want it. That's why they need it around them. Because they have no clue on how to do anything. They are a simple nation.
Right.
They're simple people. It's no different than a damn dog or beast in the field.
Right.
You understand? He has no idea how to do things. Anybody ever seen that movie that came out, that big one with the sisters? What was it? Hidden Figures? It was Hidden Figures, right? They had sisters in there in that space program trying to figure out how to get this damn rocket ship into the space.
Right.
Because without the so-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians, would nothing get done?
Right.
Would nothing be accomplished?
Right.
They know they need us. They see the greatness in us. They know the value of us.
Right.
They just try to sell us short. They just try to depreciate us and get over. You understand? But we need to see the value in each other.
Cool.
We need to know how important we are. We need to know how amazing we are. So we can stop committing sin against each other. Stop committing sin against the Most High God.
Right.
Let's get that from the top.
God, verse 3. And his master saw that the Most High was with him.
This Egyptian Pharaoh, man, he knew that the Lord was with Joseph, man. He knew that Joseph was a better man than him.
Right.
He knew that Joseph should be in charge of him. He knew that Joseph knew things that he couldn't even fathom to understand.
Right.
He knew the greatness of this man. He seen this man and he looked at him and he stood there in awe. Like, I wish I could be like that brother.
Right.
I wish I was as righteous as that brother. I wish I was as smooth. I wish I was as good looking. He just wanted to be like, he knew that the Lord was with Joseph.
Right.
But you know what that means? That means he also knew that the Lord wasn't with him. Let's keep reading.
God. And that the Most High made all that he did to prosper in his land.
And he knew why. You see, he knew why this brother was so amazing. And so, man, I need this guy around because he knew that the power, the Most High God, the only God there is, would make Joseph's hands prosperous, man. And you know what he wanted to do? The same thing that this oppressor does right now to this day. Use, abuse, and squeeze all life out the brother.
Right.
You understand? He wanted everything he has to offer. Give me everything. Give me all of your blessings. You see this damn imposter running around talking about he's Jewish, the Jewish, you know what I'm saying? Wish he was a Jew. He's out here trying to squeeze all your blessings out.
Right.
He's out here acting like he's you, acting like he's us, so he wants all the blessings. Nobody wants the problems and to really be a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, but they do want the blessings. They want the reward.
Right.
And that's all they want. They want you around so they could benefit off of the love that the Lord has for you. Trying to get a blessing by accident. You understand? Let's keep reading.
Come on. Verse 4. And Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and he made him overseer of his house.
He made him what?
Overseer over his house.
And he made him overseer over his house, man. He put Joseph in charge. Look at all these companies. Look at all these billion-dollar companies, man. Look at all these jobs that we have, all these careers, all these slaveries we serve. Where there's some oppressor sitting back collecting money off of how great and how smart and how educated you are, right. So-called Black man, Native Indian man, woman, and child. How brilliant you are, sitting back just collecting pay, collecting checks on vacation all year round. And you sitting there busting your butt. You sitting there hacking your brain, trying to figure out how to make this oppressor more money, how to make this oppressor's life easier. And you get the little bit of crumbs. You get right. the little crumb that comes falling off the table.
Right.
But the Pharaoh knew that this man was greater than him. So you know what he did? He put him in charge. That's our life right now. That's what we do it right now on a day-to-day basis. You get your little job, you go there, and your boss realizes how brilliant you are.
Right.
And now you just got 7 jobs at your one job.
Right.
You get paid for one thing, but you do 9 things here. Because they know how brilliant you are, so they want to milk you. They want to milk you because what? The oppressor knows what? Look at the ending of verse 3 again.
The ending of verse 3. And that the Most High made all that he did to prosper.
The Most High God will make your hand prosper. Bless your hand so that you can be great at whatever you got to do. Why? For the simple fact that the Most High God loves you.
Right.
And he knows that you are oppressed. And he knows that you are in captivity. And he knows that we need a way to feed our family and keep this light on and keep these bills being paid. So we're great at a bunch of different things. There's many talents in the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indian world, man. Many talents. We on all the sports. We got all the songs. Officer Hazard brought out an amazing point on Friday. He said, "You tell me a Germany artist. You tell me the top-selling Germany artist."
Right.
Because nobody cares about that. But you know what they do care about? The new soul, the new salt that so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are dropping.
Right.
You understand? Whatever we do, we make new genres of music. We create genres overnight. We just got so much talent, man. And the oppressor knows this, and he wants to squeeze it out of us. But we don't see it, and we don't know it. Let's pick it back up.
God. And all that he had, he put into his hand.
And he gave him all the responsibility. So you handle this stuff. I'm going to go over here and have fun. Because you're brilliant. You're amazing. You're wiser than I can ever imagine and wish to be. And you're just blessed by the Lord. So you handle my stuff. And I'm going to go over here and find nothing to do. That's our life, Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. That's our life. Handling somebody else's load. To the point where you get home, you're beat down, you're tired, you don't got no energy for what's yours.
Right.
You don't got no energy for what's yours. We running around for sleep deprivation and low wages. You understand? Low wages and high bills and sleep deprivation. To keep us roped up, tangled up, not even caring about what the Most High God says, but just trying to get by.
Right.
Crafty counsel that they put together to keep us from doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Come on.
All right, let's keep reading.
Come on, verse 5. And it came to pass from the time that he had made him overseer in his house and over all that he had, that the Most High blessed the Egyptian's house.
The Most High did what?
Blessed the Egyptian's house.
What? So you telling me that the Lord blessed this heathen and made this heathen to look like something. Because of what? Let's get to the end of it.
For Joseph's sake.
For whose sake?
Joseph's sake.
For Pharaoh's sake.
Joseph's sake.
For some Ishmaelite sake.
For Joseph's sake.
For Israel's sake. For the black, Hispanic, Native Indians man's sake, man.
Right.
The Most High God done blessed this man's hand to the point where this oppressor has prospered. This oppressor has got over for the sake of the one brother that was there.
Right.
A whole nation of people prospered and got, I don't want to say praise, but you know, they got an increase to what they were doing behind having one brother there.
Right.
This one righteous, brilliant, amazing, superb brother who just so happened to be a so-called black man. You understand?
Right.
Who just happened to be a so-called Hispanic or Native Indian man. Being the chosen people of God, man. You understand? This oppressor knows these things. The oppressors read this book, man. These heathens read this book. They understand what's in this book.
God.
To the point where they monitor and build and structure their whole life and their well-being in this society off of the scriptures in this book.
Right.
They're not following them, but they definitely read them and they use them. They manipulate the hell out of them.
God.
But they absolutely 100% know what's in these scriptures.
Right.
Says a whole nation of people done prosper because of having this one brother there.
Right.
And every place we've ever been on the four corners of the earth has prospered because we were there.
Right.
There is no great empires. You read in these schools in this damn oppressive school, and you're reading these filthy, dirty textbooks that come from them telling stories that ain't true, pushing programs in our kids' heads that ain't right. And there is no nation or no empire that has been great without having the so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians in captivity up underneath them, man.
Right.
And you know why? Because they know that they can receive blessings to a whole nation of people from having one Israelite there. They know that they can be prosperous because they got a black man there.
Right.
They know that they can get these rocket ships to space because they got three sisters there. They know they can get cars built and have stoplights and get electricity and make Wi-Fi and get vaccines.
Right.
Because they got a black brother or sister there.
Right.
Because of that one black brother, that black sister. We can do something that'll help for a lifetime. We can do something that gets paid for a lifetime. Squeezing the life and the juice and the soul out of our brothers and our sisters, man. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Damn right.
You understand? These oppressors, they're filthy and disgusting, man. Let's keep reading shit.
God. And the blessing of the Most High was upon all that he had in the house and in the field.
And in the field. You understand? This man, this damn Egyptian, his house done been blessed. You understand? He blessed the Egyptian's house and the field. You understand? They all got crops growing out the yin yang. Everybody eating, nobody hungry. You understand? Everybody happy, go lucky. All for having this one brother in captivity, man.
Right.
Imagine if you had millions of brothers and sisters in captivity.
Right.
Imagine if you had millions of brothers and sisters underneath your roof. The type of blessings you can receive.
Right.
The type of empires you can build. The type of income and increase you can have. You can have a space force.
Right.
You can have a military force. You can have a navy. You got brothers fighting in space. You got brothers fighting in the sky. You got brothers fighting in the water. You got brothers fighting on the ground.
Right.
You got endless brothers.
Right.
You got cheap labor from the mass incarceration.
Right.
You just benefiting all the way around.
Right.
I don't see the cons. As much as they try to act like we're the criminal and we're the problem, I don't see the cons from having so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians underneath your rulership.
Right.
All you do is benefit. All this oppressing these heathens do is benefit from our greatness, from our brilliance. All they do is benefit. And they complain and point the finger at us.
Right.
So-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, we need to wake up and realize who we are.
That's right.
We need to wake up and realize who we are and who our Father is and what our requirements and duties are on this earth. so that we can reap the benefits of our brilliance and our intelligence and our wisdom and our righteousness. Let's keep going.
Verse 6. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand.
And he left all that he had in Joseph. Now this is the Pharaoh now.
Right.
This is the ruler of the Egyptians. He controlled the whole nation of people. And what he did with that power? He gave it over to the brother that was greater than him.
Right.
To the brother that was better than him. And the brother that's not like him.
Right.
The brother that's not of his people. He ruled all the Egyptians. And out of all these people he rules over, this whole nation of people, this great multitude of people that he rules over, the one he saw fit to rule his kingdom was the brother that ain't like him.
Right.
It was you, so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. It was that brother on the corner that strung out on crack.
Right.
It was the wino in front of the liquor store. It was the homeless brother sleeping underneath the train station. That's who he gave it to. Because they know that that brother is more amazing and valuable than they are.
Right.
That brother is far smarter and way more intelligent than they can ever dream of being. Man, you see our brothers, they got locked up in this penal system, man. Those are some of the most handy, what's the word I'm looking for? Those brothers can create anything they need.
Right.
The type of inventions you see inside the prison system. The type of gadgets and tools these brothers sit there and craft and make with nothing. What's that damn TV? What's the MacGyver? The real life MacGyvers.
Right.
Real life MacGyvers. You understand? They know how great our hands are, man, because we are blessed by the Most High God.
Like, if I may bring out scripture.
Come on with us.
What you're saying is so heavy because the Most High is only dealing with Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indian when it comes to wisdom.
Damn right.
Wisdom, even on the earth, you understand? Like we didn't really make all the inventions that's useful to man. You understand that the Most High wisdom, but this is the scripture that's proving how the Most High gave us all that knowledge. This is Baruch chapter 3 and verse 36. It says, "He hath found out all the way of knowledge, and have given it unto Jacob, his servant, and to Israel, his beloved." The Most High gave us that knowledge.
Yeah,
wonder why we're so smart, we're so intelligent. We can figure out, hell, the black woman was the first computer. That's because the Most High gave us that knowledge. He wasn't dealing with the other nations, like how it says in Psalms chapter 147, 19 and 20.
Damn right. Damn right. So that's a great scripture you brought out too, sir. That's a hell of a scripture right there, man. Because it's absolutely 100% true.
Right.
And the heathens and these oppressors know it.
Right.
That's why they seek to suck the life out of us, because they don't have the wisdom that we have. They can obtain the level of intelligence and brilliance that we play with, that we let linger and misuse. You know?
Right.
We're not even using it to a full capacity. And they can't get an inch of that. You understand? But you know how they do it? They manipulate us. They enslave us.
Right.
They dangle our lust in front of us. Because they know we're lustful people.
Right.
It's just manipulation. Because they can't go obtain it. They can't get it. They can't get that wisdom that we have. Let's keep going.
I'm starting from the top. Verse 6. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand.
He gave everything to Joseph, man.
Right.
Knowing that it was in better hands than he could ever do. Knowing that Joseph would do a better job than he could ever dream of.
Right.
And anybody that he oversaw could even dream of doing.
And he knew not aught he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored.
He was well favored there, man. You understand? They needed Joseph.
Right.
They needed him. Imagine if Joseph was to walk away from them.
Right.
They would drop to their knees and cry and beg. They would probably kill themselves without Joseph.
Right.
They would absolutely run their kingdom into the ground without Joseph there. Let's keep going.
Verse 7. And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph.
Look at that. And the damn Pharaoh's woman was looking at this brother like, this brother is amazing.
Right.
I've never met a man this great.
Right.
Look at this brother here. And now she want to get with him. Now she wants to be the dirty slut and whore that she is.
Right.
You understand? Because she don't got no rules and no guidance and no morals. And now she wants to go get with the brother who's controlling everything. She wants to go get with someone who's blessed and highly favored.
Right.
Chosen people. Let's see how Joseph responds to this.
And she said, lie with me.
Straight up and down. Threw the box right at him.
Right.
Said, hey, you can have it. Gave it all away. You understand? And this is the Pharaoh's wife. This is the Pharaoh's woman. You know, some bosses woman, but I don't mess with the help. She seen that brother and knew he's the boss. She knew. She looked at Joseph and said, no, that's the boss. This is the one who's in charge.
Right.
This is the head honcho. This is the Lord to them. You understand? He is the closest thing they will see to the Lord.
Right.
Let's keep reading.
God, verse 8. But he refused.
But he what?
Refused.
He don't want it. He dubbed that. He pushed that to us. He said, no, thank you, man.
Right.
I'm good, love. You enjoy.
Right.
You understand? You know why? Because Joseph is a righteous man.
Right.
You understand? Joseph served the Lord. You understand? He knew these laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High God. Right. He knew who his father was.
Right.
He knew what was acceptable, what was unacceptable. He don't want that heathen woman. He don't want that dirty dog.
Right.
Our brothers and sisters need to understand how valuable we are. Do we want to lay with these other nations of women? We wouldn't even want them to. What are you going to do with her? You thinking that you're winning because you got you a white chocolate.
Right.
She's winning because she got you.
Right.
You don't know how valuable you are. Our brothers running around thinking they made it because they got him a white girl. Thinking they doing great. I got me a white girl.
Right.
She got a king. That's what she got. She got a prince of the power. She's winning. Stop giving off your greatness to these other people. Joseph knew better. Joseph was a righteous brother. He knew better.
Right.
Let's keep reading.
Come and said unto him, behold, my master woteth not what is with me in the house, and he hath committed all that he hath to my hand. Verse 9. There is none greater in this house than I, neither hath he kept back anything from me but thee, because thou art his wife. See, and
Joseph's just being a righteous and smooth brother. He told her, listen, I'm good on that. You understand?
Right.
I'm good here. I'm doing what I'm doing for the Pharaoh. You understand? He gave me access to everything here. He gave me access and control to everything here, except for you because you're his wife.
Right.
But this nasty, dirty slut who's fiending to have some black man's, you know what? You understand? She don't give a damn about none of that. She ready to give it all up.
Right.
Forget about Pharaoh. I need you. You understand? Because just like Pharaoh seen, she knew that brother was far greater than her.
Right.
She knew how valuable this brother was, that he was a treasure, that he was something holy and special, like a rare gem. She knew that, man, listen, if I can't get this, I'll never have nothing like that. I'll never see nothing like this again. He was a special.
Come.
Let's keep going.
Come. How then can I do this great wickedness?
How can I do this great wickedness? He knew it was disgusting and wicked to do that, man.
Right.
He knew it. And let's see why he didn't want to do it.
Come. And sin against the Most High.
And sin against the Most High. Because he didn't want to bring shame to the Lord.
Right.
He didn't want to dishonor his father, man.
Come.
He knew better than to do that, man. We need to know better than to do that, man.
Right. Verse 10, and it came to pass, as she spake to Joseph day by day, that he hearkened not unto her, to lie by her, or to be with her.
Yeah, he ain't want no parts of that, man. He ain't want no parts of that woman.
Right.
You understand? He ain't want no parts of that heathen, stinking, slutty woman. Let's drop that. We can go down to verse 19.
Come on. Verse 19. And it came to pass, when his master heard the words of his wife, which she spake unto him, saying, As this manner did thy servant to me, that his wrath was kindled.
And we skipped down a couple of verses, right? But what happened is this nasty, dirty slut, this dirty, filthy whore, of course, she lied on Joseph.
Right.
She lied on Joseph, and she said that Joseph was trying to get the box. And she was throwing the box all over the room.
Right.
And he was ducking and weaving and bobbing and parrying this box all week. You understand? She was throwing the box every chance she got, she threw the box at her.
Right.
And every chance he got, he denied it. He denied it and gave it back to her and told her she can keep it. He didn't want it. You understand? And of course, all heathen women do, she lied on the brother, right?
Right.
Sounds familiar. We know these stories.
Right.
Let's keep reading.
Verse 20. And Joseph's master took him and put him into the prison.
And put him where?
Into the prison.
He gave him his own house.
Into the prison.
He told him to go on vacation.
Into the prison.
He fired him.
Into the prison.
Put him in jail, man. You
Right.
understand? So now this brother Joseph is in jail for something that he didn't do because some heathen woman, lied on him.
Right.
It sounds very familiar, right?
Right.
We heard a million of these stories, right?
God.
We all know about Emmett Till.
Damn right.
And Caroline Bryant. We all know these stories, right?
Right.
Where this dirty, stinking, heathen dog lied and said that the brother was flirting with her, blowing kisses on her, blowing kisses at her, and the tragic outcome that Emmett Till faced from the lies of this heathen woman. You understand? We all know that story.
Right.
We all know Black Wall Street.
Huh.
We all know Black Wall Street with Dick Rowland and Sarah Page. When the white girl lies and says that the brother was touching her up in the elevator, that he made a sexual advance towards her,
right,
and the tragic outcome that came from that, right? We all know the stories of the heathen lying on the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indian man about some sex.
Right.
Lying on the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indian man about physical contact. And we all know the tragic stories that come from it.
Right.
The outcome that these brothers face. The lack of justice. You understand? We all know these stories. And guess what? It's been going on since then.
Right.
Nothing new is under the sun.
Right.
It's been good. The same thing goes on now. The same thing, the same faith Joseph went through is the same thing we dealt with. You understand? Sitting there working and busting your butt and doing everything you can and just helping and increasing this oppressor's nation. And then some dirty, stinking dog lies on you and forget all the great things you've done.
Right.
Forget how honorable and how clean your record is. Forget that nobody's seen it. You're going to jail.
Right.
You're going to jail because this heathen woman said that you did something to her. Right. And then the hate comes out. The perpetual hate that these other nations have for us is always shown.
Right.
It always comes to the surface. Now the truth is here. Let's keep reading.
God. A place where the king's prisoners were bound, and he was there in the prison. Verse 21. But the Most High was with Joseph.
But what?
But the Most High was with Joseph.
But the Lord was with Joseph, man. You understand? Don't worry about getting grace and praise here in this kingdom that ain't yours.
Right.
Don't worry about getting blessings and looking good and climbing this social economic ladder in this kingdom that's not ours. Joseph was a righteous man. Right. He did absolutely nothing wrong. He helped these damn heathens.
Right.
He made these heathens a better people. You understand? They talk about he civilized us. He civilized them.
Right.
And what did he get for it? He got lied on. and thrown in jail.
Gone.
But you know why it doesn't matter? Because the Most High God is with Joseph.
That's right.
Most High God wasn't with the Egyptians. They done got it confused. They done got it confused, believing that they're in power and they're in control because of what? Because of their greatness. The increase was brought to them because of the Israelite that was there.
Right.
Because of Joseph. This damn oppressor, his empire looks glorious and beautiful because of the people he has in captivity.
Right.
Because of the children he's oppressing. The children of the Lord, man. The same thing that was going on then is going on now. We need to know our history so we can change our futures.
God.
Let's keep reading.
God. It showed him mercy and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison.
And the Most High God, he made the keeper of the prison's heart turn.
Right.
He made his heart turn to show favor to Joseph. Let's keep reading.
God. If I may,
come on with it.
That's like the correction of the keeper's like the correction officer.
Right.
Like the correction of like the Most High made the correction officer have mercy on Joseph.
Damn right. And that ain't a new story.
Right.
You understand? There's some CEOs out there that's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying? They doing what they think they have to do to get by.
Right.
They're doing what they think they have to do to get by. But you see some of these CEOs, man, and they be absolutely 100% with their brothers and sisters, man.
Right.
They be all for their brothers and sisters, man. Doing all kinds of things that'll risk their job and their livelihood to make sure that certain brothers are straight.
Right.
You understand? It's nothing new under the sun. Let's keep going.
Verse 22. And the keeper of the prison committed to Joseph's hand. Salakia. And the keeper of the prison committed to Joseph's hand all the prisoners in prison. And whatsoever they did there, he was the doer of it.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23. The keeper of the prison looked not to anything that was under his hand, because the Most High was with him, and that which he did, the Most High made it to prosper.
You understand? And just like the stinking Egyptians, he helped out this keeper of the prison, man.
Right.
Because the keeper of the prison was helping out the so-called black, Hispanic, and Indian, man. You understand? What damn? I don't remember that scripture, man. But they talk about helping a prophet, you might receive a prophet's reward.
All
right, yeah, if you could, real fast. Ain't nothing new under the sun, man. This prison keeper was blessed and brought his hand to prosper. You understand? The Most High made his hand to prosper for the good deed that he was doing to the brother Joseph. You understand?
Wow.
For looking out for this righteous man, for making this righteous man's time in prison easier. You understand? For making it a little bit more comforting than the terrible things that he was dealing with for a lie.
Right.
You understand? Because some heathen women lied on him. You got it? Bring it up.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 41. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward.
You understand? You out there, you helping out prophets, you helping out priests and prophets of the Lord, man. The Most High God is not going, he sees that.
Right.
You understand? The Lord sees that. He sees them people that do right by the brothers, man.
Right.
He sees it. You understand? He might spare you, he might not. It's not up to me. You understand? But he definitely sees it, man. And this brother here, he was made to get the Lord threw him a little bone. You understand? He threw him a little bone for helping out the righteous brother. But we could drop that, man. But they know how great we are, man. And they know that we're needed. Right, let's go to verse 40. We're going to start at verse 1.
Genesis chapter 40, verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that the butler of the king of Egypt and his baker had offended their lord, the king of Egypt.
And two of the Egyptians, two of the Pharaoh's servants offended him, man. You understand? They got him angry. You understand? Because he was probably just frustrated because he didn't have Joseph. You understand?
Right.
Because things not running right. So now he's on a rampage. Let's
Right.
keep reading.
God. Verse 2. And Pharaoh was wroth against two of his officers, against the chief of the butlers and against the chief of the bakers.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3. And he put them in the ward, in the house of the captain of the guard, into the prison, the place where Joseph was bound.
And these two servants that Pharaoh was mad at, he put them in the same jail as Joseph. You understand? He sent them to the same place where this Israelite brother was. He sent them to the same place where the child of God was, right? And we're gonna get some more of that. We're gonna find out what happened with these two brothers. Let's drop down to let's go to verse 6 real fast.
God, verse 6. Verse 6. And Joseph came in unto them in the morning, and looked upon them, and behold, they were sad.
And Joseph, being a righteous brother that he is, man, you understand? Just being a righteous, goodly man, he came up to these two heathens that was in jail with him and asked them, what's wrong with you, man? You all right? You understand? Because we are some of the most peaceable people in the earth.
Right.
We are some of the most peaceable and loving people in the earth. He had enough love to go check on these damn heathens. He shouldn't give a damn what's going on with them.
Right.
Because they damn sure don't give a damn about him.
God.
Let's keep reading.
Verse 7. And he asked Pharaoh's officers that were with him in the ward of his lord's house, saying, wherefore look ye so sadly today? Verse 8. And they said unto him, we have dreamed a dream, and there is no interpreter of it. And Joseph said unto them, do not interpretations belong to the Most High? Tell me them, I pray you.
And these damn heathens, you understand, these servants of the Pharaoh, they was in there and they're like, man, we had a dream and we ain't got nobody to interpret it, man.
Right.
And Joseph, being a wise man that he is, you understand, being a so-called black Hispanic Native Indian man, you understand, a child of God, he told them the truth. He said, does not interpretations come from the Lord?
Right.
It's not the Most High God in control of everything?
Come on.
Let's keep reading.
Verse 9. And the chief butler told his dream to Joseph, and said to him, in my dream, behold, a vine was before me. Verse 10. And in the vine were 3 branches, and it was as though it budded, and her blossoms shot forth, and the clusters thereof brought forth ripe grapes. Verse 11.
All right, we can skip down on Joseph. Let's go to verse 12.
God. Verse 12. And Joseph said unto him, this is the interpretation of it.
So now these brothers had this dream and they wanted to interpret it. You understand? They wanted to get the interpretation of this dream. So what did they do? They're talking to the wisest man that they know.
Right.
They're talking to the wisest man that they ever met. You understand? The child of God. You understand? The brother.
Right.
So they brought their troubles to him for some help and some guidance, because that's seeking wise counsel, man.
Right.
Talking to somebody that's greater and better and more smarter and just all around above you. Let's see what Joseph told him.
God. The 3 branches are 3 days. Verse 13. Yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up his Yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thine head, and restore thee unto thy place.
And Joseph told them what was going to happen, man. He told them exactly what this dream was, man.
Right.
He told them exactly what was going on and what it was going to be. Let's keep going.
And thou shalt deliver Pharaoh's cup into his hand, in the former manner when thou wast his butler.
And he's giving them details. He's breaking it down.
Right.
You understand? He's getting all in there. They probably sitting there mind blown, like, how does he know all these things? You understand? Or they're sitting there like, this guy's a liar. You understand? He's a liar, and he's in here for messing with Pharaoh's woman. You understand? He might be a nasty, disgusting rapist.
Right.
You understand? He might be thinking evil thoughts about his goodly brother, The same way the oppressor sees us today and looks at us and thinks we're criminals.
Right.
These other nations see us walking by and they start grabbing their purses closer,
Right.
as if we're all criminals, when they're the biggest criminals in the world.
Right.
And they got this brother in jail on false charges right now. Let's keep reading.
God, verse 14. But think on me when it shall be well with thee, and show kindness, I pray thee, unto me, and make mention of me unto Pharaoh, and bring me out of this house.
And after them, you understand, interpreted their dream and helped them with their troubles and with their struggles and the worries that was on their brain, he told them simply like, yo, just don't forget about me. You understand? You get out there, don't forget about me. Tell the Pharaoh, make a little mention of me, man, and help to get me up out of this prison. Because I'm not even guilty of the charges that they got me in here for.
Right.
Just bring my case up. You understand? Go look into it. See that there's no evidence.
Right.
Don't forget about me. That's what Joseph asked. After helping these heathens, man. After helping this nation of people. He did nothing but help this nation of people, man.
Right.
And all he did was ask for this one little favor. You understand? At one time he needed them to do something for him. He asked them to do something. Let's see what happens.
Verse 15. For indeed I was stolen away out of the land of the Hebrew.
He said, what?
I was stolen away out of the land of the Hebrew.
And Joseph was stolen away out of the land of the Hebrews, man. That sounds real familiar.
Right.
That sounds real familiar. Because I know there's a million brothers and sisters right here in this land, in this north land, you understand? Which has the spirit of Egypt and Sodom and Gomorrah on it.
Right.
That's been stolen away.
Right.
That has absolutely been stolen and has no idea where their land is at. And the brother Joseph said he was what?
I was stolen away out of the land of the Hebrew.
He said Joseph was stolen away too. And now he's sitting in some strange land for something that he did not do.
Right.
If this don't sound like a brother,
right.
Let's keep reading.
God. And here also have I done nothing.
And he said, what?
And here also I slack it. And here also have I done nothing.
I didn't do it.
That they should put me into the dungeon.
I didn't do it, officer.
Right.
Stop resisting arrest. Why are you arresting me? This is a brother, man.
Right.
The same thing's going on then that's going on now.
Right.
You understand? He said he's in jail and he has done nothing. He was stolen away from his land and now he's in jail and he has done nothing wrong.
Right.
If he gets shot in the back, that's just gonna be more proof that he's a black man.
Right.
But this is absolutely a brother. This is a black Hispanic Native Indian right here. The evidence is phenomenal.
Right.
let's get verse 16 real fast. Bubble shot.
Good. Verse 16. When the chief baker saw that the interpretation was good, he said unto Joseph, I also was in my dream. And behold, I had 3 white baskets on my head.
All right, and the baker saw that what Joseph said was true. Everything that Joseph told him came to fruition, as it was written. You understand? And it shall come to pass.
Right.
You understand? Joseph hit it with it shall come to pass moment, and he was absolutely right. And they seen that the brother was right. They understood that this brother was wise and knew things that they couldn't comprehend. He was in tune with things that they were not in tune with.
Right.
Let's drop down to verse 20.
Verse 20. And it came to pass the 3rd day, which was Pharaoh's birthday, that he made a feast unto all his servants. And he lifted up the head of the chief butler and of the chief baker among his servants. Verse 21. And he restored the chief butler unto his butlership again. And he gave the cup unto Pharaoh's hand. Verse 22. But he hated the chief baker, as Joseph had interpreted to them.
So Joseph was absolutely right. Everything that Joseph said happened. Joseph's interpretation of the dream was accurate. It was absolutely accurate. You know why? Because the Lord is with Joseph.
Right.
The Lord is with so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man. And we do things that other nations can't fathom. We do things that they can't understand. And Joseph, this brother right here, just interpreted 2 dreams from 2 different people and was absolutely right.
Right.
Let's get verse 23. Bible shot.
Come on, verse 23. Yet did not the chief butler remember Joseph. What? Yet did not the chief butler remember Joseph.
So you telling me that after all these things, all this great work that they did for these people, that they went out there and they forgot about it?
Right.
What's new? What's new? What's new? They use you and throw you away. That's what they do here.
Right.
They're still doing it now. Promote you and love you and care so much about you until you say something that they don't like or you do something that they can't get with and they toss you back into the pool.
Right.
Toss you right back into the pool. How many so-called famous brothers and sisters we done had that was great and everybody loves them, everybody like their songs, they like their movies. You do something, you're canceled.
Right.
This cancel culture that they have going on.
That's right.
They just cancel you. You understand? Because they feel like they have that much control over us.
Right.
They feel like we're property and we're slaves and entertainers and we're so much more. We are great, special, and holy people, man.
Yeah, right.
Not because we say so, but because the Most High God says so.
Right.
And we need to know this and understand that. Just like all the great things we just read that Joseph did, all the help he brought to this nation, all the increase, how much better he made their lives. And one time he needed a favor.
Right.
One time he asked for something. They forgot him. They forgot him. That's why the scriptures say, never trust your enemy.
Right.
Never trust your enemy. Don't forget that these other nations hate your guts.
Yeah, right.
Don't forget that they want to see you destroyed and abused and battered and beaten to nothingness. Don't ever forget that. And don't forget that the Most High God loves you.
Yeah, right.
You understand? All the problems and things you face, don't forget that the Lord loves you.
Right.
Let's read about another brother real fast, man. I know this is a long one, but let's get Daniel. Let's get Daniel real fast.
Go
to the book of Daniel. We're gonna start at chapter 2. Read about another great brother who was amazing and loved and favored by the Lord and favored by the oppressor as well.
Right.
For being favored by the Lord. Sounds familiar. Start at verse 1.
Daniel chapter 2, verse 1. And in the 2nd year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams, wherewith his spirit was troubled, and his sleep brake from him.
All right, so now we got this other heathen king. You understand? We got this other heathen king here, this Babylonian king, who has dreams too. He got dreams that he wants interpreted, and his spirit is troubled, and he can't get no sleep. You understand? So he's having nightmares.
Right.
You understand? He's shook. His dreams got him up at night. Let's keep reading.
Verse 2. Then the king commanded to all the magicians and the astrologers and the sorcerers and the Chaldeans for to show the king his dreams. So they came and stood before the king.
And this king was so stressed and so worked up that he started calling for magicians and sorcerers, astrologers, and all types of people that's supposed to be wise and intellectual. You understand? People that got tricks and tricks and scams.
Right.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's tricks and scams,
right.
Man. If you ain't the Lord's chosen people, you ain't getting no damn bitches, man.
Right.
You put the drugs down.
Damn right.
You understand? Stop taking acid. Leave the LSD alone. You ain't getting no damn bitches, man.
Right.
You ain't getting no bitches. You're high. Stop getting high.
Right.
You understand? So he called a bunch of drug addicts
to
come interpret his dream for him.
Right.
Now let's see how that went.
Verse 3. And the king said unto them, I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit was troubled to know the dream.
And this dream must have been something serious because they had this king shooken up.
Right.
He going all over the land looking for Miss Cleo.
Right.
Trying to get some answers to what happened in his dream. Let's drop down to verse 8.
God. Verse 8.
Select it.
God.
We're going to give you the filler. Of course, the drug addicts had no help. There was absolutely no help because they know nothing. You understand?
Right.
Like the brother brought out. What scripture was that again? That was Baruch chapter 3, verse 36, right?
God.
Yeah, like they don't have the wisdom because the Lord didn't give it to them.
Right.
They can't receive it. They can't unlock it. They can't channel it because they don't have it. They could get all the chakras and all that other nonsense that they want, man. They could burn sage and do all that garbage, and they will never, ever get the answers.
Right.
You understand? They would never, ever get it. Never. So they were absolutely no help to this king. Let's keep reading.
Verse 8. Daniel chapter 2, verse 8. The king answered and said, I know for certainty that ye would gain the time, because he see the thing is gone from me. Verse 9. But if ye will not make known unto me the dream, there is but one decree for you. For ye have prepared lying and corrupt words to speak before me, till the time be changed. Therefore tell me the dream, and I shall know that ye can show me the interpretation.
He knew these people was liars. You understand? He knew they was liars and drug addicts. Let's keep going.
Con, verse 10. The Chaldeans answered before the king and said, there is not a man upon the earth that can show the king's matter.
What they say?
There is not a man upon the earth that can show the king's matter.
These Chaldeans did not know the children of the Lord. You
Right.
understand? Surely they don't understand. They don't know the Most High God. Surely they're not blessed, and the Lord is not with them.
Right.
Because they think there's not a man on the earth that can help the king with this problem.
Right.
Ain't nobody on this earth can do what you're asking, king. You want something that's impossible. You want something that's unreal.
Right.
Let's keep reading.
Therefore, there is no king, lord, nor ruler that acts such things as any magician or astrologer or Chaldean.
And they said, ain't no king asking for these things, man.
Right.
Things are impossible.
Right.
These things are unobtainable. There's only in stories. You understand? It's never gonna happen.
Right.
These things are not real. The things that you're looking for are not real. Surely they don't know. All right, we could drop that. Let's go down to verse. What verse that we just read?
That's verse 10.
That's verse 10. All right, come on, let me get a look.
Verse 11. And it is a rare thing that the king requireth, and there is none other that can show it before the king.
And there's nobody that can do it. You understand? He said not even just the magicians and the astrologers and the Chaldeans, you know what I'm saying? Not just the drug heads, not the shroom heads and the acid people
Right.
and the LCD users. You understand? Nobody can do it. Not even the sober people can do it. You understand? Right. So you don't know what you talking about, King. We're gonna read down to we're gonna read all the way to 13.
God. Except the gods.
Except who?
The gods.
Okay.
Whose dwelling is not with flesh.
They say except the gods whose dwelling is not with flesh. You understand? And they absolutely was not talking about the Most High God, man.
Right.
Because these drug addicts don't serve the Most High God, man.
Right.
Nor can they serve the Most High God.
God.
They can only wish to obtain and serve his children. But let's keep reading.
Verse 12. For this cause the king was angry and very furious.
The king was angry. He said, I can't have my way. Nobody's going to help me. Because he's having nightmares.
Right.
You understand? He's not getting any sleep. So he's absolutely scared. He is terrified because nobody can help him with this problem. And he is going through it.
Paranoid.
He's paranoid. Damn right. He is paranoid. He must have seen some stuff in that dream, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He must have seen something that he does not want to face. Something that he absolutely does not want to be true.
Right.
Let's keep reading.
And commanded to destroy all the wise men of Babylon.
He was mad. He said, kill everybody in here that's smarter than me.
Right.
Kill everybody that knows how to read. Kill everybody that can count to 10 because I am angry. Let's read the next verse.
Verse 13. And the decree went forth that the wise men should be slain, and they sought Daniel and his fellows to be slain.
And they sought Daniel and his fellows to be slain, man. You understand? And let's get 14 for context sake.
God. Verse 14. Then Daniel entered with the counsel and wisdom of Arioch, the captain of the king's guard, which was going forth to slay the wise men of Babylon.
You understand? Daniel asked this man that worked for the king, like, yo, what's going on, man? You understand? And he told him. He absolutely told him. He gave him the. He told him, man, the king's angry because he's paranoid. He's scared to death about this dream he had.
Right.
And there's absolutely no man on earth. You understand? There's no man on earth that can figure it out. You understand?
Right.
Because the things he's asking for is impossible, is unobtainable. You understand? It's unreal, and it's only things that you read in storybooks. It's never going to happen, so we don't know what he wants. He's just angry now, so he wants everyone to die. Everybody that's smarter than him has to go.
Right.
You understand? He's wanting to wipe out all the people that's smart because he felt like all these smart people and nobody helped him.
God. Oh, we stopped at 14. You want to go to 15?
Yeah, you get 15.
Verse 15. He answered and said to Arioch, his captain, why is the decree so hasty from the king? Then Arioch made the king known, Then Arioch made the thing known to Daniel.
And he told Daniel what was going on, man. Let's get 16. Come on, we can read it.
Verse 16. Then Daniel went in and desired of the king that he would give him time, and that he would show the king the interpretation.
And Daniel told him, he said, listen, give me a couple days, and I'll tell you what it is. Give me a couple hours. Let me get 82 minutes. And just hold on.
God.
Don't kill everybody that's smarter than you, because that's not a smart decision. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But hold on, and we'll help you. We'll help you with your math. You understand? Your addition problem is not that hard. We're going to get to it. We're going to help you.
Right.
Let's get verse 19.
God. Verse 19. Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision.
Oh, man. Simple as that, huh? So now, 2 verses later, Daniel got the answers. You
Right.
understand? Daniel got the answers. I wonder why. Let's keep reading.
Then Daniel blessed the Most High of heaven.
Then Daniel what?
Blessed the Most High of heaven.
Then Daniel gave thanks and praise to the Most High God, man. You understand? Because like we read in the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 36, the wisdom was given to the children of Israel.
Yeah, right.
You understand?
Right.
So Daniel has this wisdom. And the Most High God blessed him and gave him that vision to help this king, to stop this king from coming down there and slaying all the wise men out of Babylon.
Right.
Because, of course, the wise men that was in Babylon were Israelites. Let's keep reading.
God, verse 20. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of the Most High forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his.
And here's a friendly reminder, because wisdom and might is his.
Right.
You understand? So if you're not his, you probably don't have no wisdom and you probably don't have no might. You understand? But Daniel, being a child of the Lord, he had the wisdom and he had the might. You understand? The Lord showed him the vision. The Lord gave him what he needed to go help this king, this big crybaby king that was paranoid and scared to death and went in his bed.
Right.
Let's drop down to verse 24.
God. Verse 24. Therefore Daniel went in unto Arioch, whom the king had ordained to destroy the wise men of Babylon. He went and said thus, destroy not the wise men of Babylon.
So Daniel having the answers that the king was so paranoid about that he was crying and ready to kill everybody about. You understand? The answer that no man can ever have.
Right.
The answer that was impossible, unreal, and just, you know what I'm saying? Unobtainable. This answer that nobody can get, that no man of flesh can have. Daniel has it because he's a child of the God.
Right.
And now he's coming to bring it to the king. Let's keep reading.
Bring me in before the king, and I will show unto the king the interpretation.
Right. So now he wants to go meet the king so he can tell him, so the king can stop crying, he can go get some sleep. He's absolutely cranky.
Right.
He's agitated. He's scared. You understand? He's frantic.
Right.
Fight or flight. He's frantic. You understand? He's like a possum, like a rabid possum. You know what I'm saying? He get angry and they don't know what to do, so he start getting aggressive. So he's gonna go put the possum to sleep. He's gonna go hit with a tranquilizer dart and kill him. Let's keep reading.
Verse 5, Salakia. Then Arioch brought in Daniel before the king in haste, and said thus unto him, I have found a man of the captives of Judah. A man of the captives of Judah.
And just like now, Daniel was enslaved.
Right.
You understand? Indian man, he was enslaved.
Right.
Joseph was enslaved. Daniel was enslaved.
Right.
You understand? So I found a captive of the children of Judah. You understand? Because they're being held captive.
Right.
Like always. Like every other nation or other heathen wants to do to us, hold us captive.
Right.
So that they can be great. So that they can reap the benefits of how amazing and brilliant we are.
Right.
And let's read the king reap the benefits.
Come. That will make known unto the king the interpretation. Verse 26. The king answered and said to Daniel, whose name was Belshazzar, art thou able to make known unto me the dream which I have seen, and the interpretation thereof? Verse 27. Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, the secret which the king hath demanded cannot the wise men, the astrologers, the magicians, and soothsayers show unto the king?
And Daniel going in there to help the king with the answer that the king wants. He throws a little, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's being sarcastic.
Right.
That good old Israel. That good old Israel talk. Like, so you said nobody can do it?
Right.
So you telling me ain't none of these people getting it done? Nobody got the answers? Nobody, not the shroom heads, not the acid takers, not the D people, none of these druggies got it right?
Right.
None of these scam artists got it right? None of these tricksters tricked you? All right, let's see what happens.
Verse 28. But there is a power in heaven.
But there's what?
A power in heaven.
But there's what?
A power in heaven.
But this God, man. There's a power above all powers, man. There's a God that is absolutely 100% real.
Right.
You understand? You seen the other liar, the other drug addict earlier said only the gods. You understand? But they don't dwell with the flesh.
Right.
You understand? But there is a power that dwells with the flesh, man.
Right.
The Most High God, he dwells with the children of Israel, man.
Yeah, right.
Let's read that again from the top.
Verse 28. But there is a power in heaven.
Right.
That revealeth secrets.
That do what?
Revealeth secrets.
That gives visions.
Revealeth secrets.
That gives knowledge and wisdom to people, man.
Right.
To his children. Let's keep reading.
And maketh known the king. And maketh known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. Thy dream and the visions of thy head upon thy bed are these.
And Daniel went down and broke it down for the king, man. You understand? He absolutely broke it down and gave him the raw end of the deal. Like, this is what it is. This is what's going on. I got the answers through the Most High God.
Right.
You understand? The real power, the God of Israel. You understand? The Father that I serve.
Right.
The Father that we all should serve. You understand? Daniel went in there and told him, like, man, listen. This is the scoop.
Right.
Because the real power, the one who controls everything, told me. And surely he gave you that dream. So now let's drop down to verse 46 and see the king's reaction to the greatness that Daniel gave him, the brilliance and amazingness that came out of Daniel's mouth because the Lord put it there.
God, chapter 46.
Verse 46.
We're in Daniel chapter 2, verse 46. Then the king Nebuchadnezzar fell upon worship Daniel.
He did what?
Worship Daniel.
He fell on his face and worshiped Daniel, man. He kissed them boots.
Damn right.
He got down and kissed them boots, man. You understand? He probably had on sandals, so he probably kissed his toe. Why he kissed the big toe? He probably nasty king. He probably, you understand? He fell to his face and worshiped Daniel, man.
Right.
He worshiped that child of the Lord, man. He worshiped that child of Israel, man. Prince of the power. He worshiped him.
Right.
This is the king. What is the king doing on his knees kneeling? He's kneeling to a man that's better than him.
Damn right.
That's greater than him. That's more valuable than him. A child of the Lord, man.
That's right.
And we all children of the Lord, so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman, and child. You understand? We are greater and better than these other people.
That's right.
And not because we say so, but because the Lord says so. Because it's all throughout the scriptures, and that's all you're gonna see. You understand? But they will want us to believe that we're just slaves. You open up one of these damn textbooks in these schools, and history starts at slavery.
Right.
They brought some black people over here on a boat, and now we got Jamaicans and Haitians and Trinidadians. Like, that's the history? But when you open these scriptures and you get your history, you see how great your people are. You see how amazing your people are. And you see that the damn oppressors and the other nations know how great and amazing you are as well.
Right.
You understand? This is the king. This is the king of Babylon, kneeling on his knees, kissing big toes.
Right.
Let's keep reading.
God, and commanded that they should offer an oblation and sweet odors unto him.
Now he start giving this man gifts. You understand? Now he's a respecter of persons. Now he's in love with Daniel. Daniel is the absolute greatest thing that ever happened to him, and he's amazing, and he's ready to build a statue of Daniel. He's ready. He is a Daniel fanatic. He is. Let's keep reading.
God, verse 47. The king answered unto Daniel and said, of a truth it is that your power is a power of God's.
What? So the king told Daniel what?
That your power is a power of God's.
He acknowledged the Most High God, man. He knew that this power that you serve, he is absolutely the real deal.
Right.
He is the real deal Holyfield.
Right.
Let's keep reading.
And a Lord of kings.
And a what?
A Lord of kings.
And what else?
And a revealer of secrets.
And what?
And a revealer of secrets.
Why? Why he said all this?
Seeing thou couldst reveal this secret.
And because Daniel brought this secret out, the king was hell-bent on telling the truth. Right. Something moved him to tell the truth. He said, you know what? Your God is a real God.
Right.
Your power is a real power. He definitely does do things. He is amazing. He shews wonders in the earth, and he is great. And I've never met a real God, because these people be talking about gods and they don't do nothing.
Right.
But your God, he is a Lord of kings.
Right.
He is a revealer of secrets, because you came and helped me with this dream that had me paranoid and pissing the bed every night. That nobody else could answer.
God.
That they told me that not no man on the earth could do.
Right.
That it only comes from God. So it has to be that your God is the God that they must have been talking about, right, whether they knew it or not. You must come from greatness. You must be holy. You must be special.
Right.
You must be a peculiar treasure, and you are definitely greater than me. You are definitely wiser than me. You should be in charge of me.
Right.
Matter of fact, let me hit the ground and kiss your big toe.
Yeah, right.
Because you're great. You understand? He is absolutely a Daniel fanatic. If I could, let's drop that. And let's go to no, we're not gonna drop it because I want verse 48. But let's go to Amos real fast. Let's go to the book of Amos. I'm trying to get there quick. Shit. And I want chapter 3. I think it's 3 and 7. If you got it, you can read it.
Amos chapter 3, verse 7. Surely the Most High power will do nothing.
What?
Surely the Most High Power will do nothing.
He ain't gonna do nothing but what?
But he revealeth his secret unto his servants and prophets.
But he does reveal his secrets to his servants and his prophets, man.
Right.
And Joseph and Daniel and you, so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, we can all be prophets of the Lord, man. We can be his children. We are his children. We either know who we are. We either know how valuable and great and amazing and brilliant we are. Joseph was out here getting secrets revealed to him, making him to be great and good where he was at. Daniel was over here getting these secrets revealed to him because he's a priest and prophet of the Lord, man.
Right.
You understand? Because he is absolutely better than all other people that are not of the children of Israel.
Right.
He is absolutely better than them. He is better than them. He is top shelf liquor.
Damn right.
And they are cheap dollar shots. You understand?
Right.
He is top shelf. He is the top of the top presidential suites. He is better than them. And they know it. And they know it.
Right.
They all know it. Don't think they don't know. That's why they want you to not know. They don't want you to know that you're better than them.
Right.
But we're here to tell you, so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman, child, you're better than them. Let's get verse 48, then we're going to get out of Daniel.
God, verse 48. Then the king made Daniel a great man and gave him many great gifts and made him ruler over the whole province of Babylon.
And made him what?
Ruler over the whole province of Babylon.
And just like that other dirty, stinking heathen, the Pharaoh, you understand?
Right.
This man who was in control, who met someone who was greater than him, who was better than him in every aspect of life, in every way imaginable, who was just a sight to awe, you know?
Right.
He gave him rulership over what?
Over the whole province of Babylon.
He gave him rulership, man. He put this man in power. He said, you are fit to lead.
Right.
Surely you should be in control because you are better than everybody here. You are better than all of the people that I command. You are better than my whole nation of people.
Right.
Surely you should be in control.
Yeah, right.
Let's keep reading.
And chief of the governors over all the wise men of Babylon.
And chief of governors over all the wise men. He said he is the smartest. You understand? Right. He was the head scientist.
Damn right.
They said, put this man in the front. You listen to him now. Because what he has to say needs to be heard. He is absolutely amazing. You understand? And he was in love with Daniel after that, man. He was kissing toes and you understand? He understood that the Most High God is a real power to be feared and that the Lord does do work. You understand? That this God is real. And his children should be worshipped and we should serve them and we should listen to them.
Right.
Because they know way more than we do. And he understood that. You understand? And don't think your oppressor doesn't understand that too.
Damn right.
Don't think your oppressor doesn't understand that too. If I could. Yeah, we can get that real fast. We're going to skip around in there, but we're going to get it real fast. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. Let me get the book of Judith and the Apocrypha. Go to Judith chapter 5. You know what it said. See about these nasty, disgusting heathens that understand how great our brothers and sisters are, man.
Yeah, right.
And show our brothers and sisters that they all know that you're better than them.
Right.
They all understand that you're better than them. When are we going to understand that we're better than them?
Yeah, right.
When are we going to know that we're better people than they are? And stop engaging in what they do and start doing what we do. Because we're better than them and they know it.
Right.
We're going to start. Hey, we can read verse 1. You know we're going to bounce around, though. We ain't going to read it straight through.
Chapter 5?
Yeah.
Judith, chapter 5, verse 1. Then was it declared to Holofernes, the chief captain of the army of Assur, that the children of Israel have prepared for war, and had shut up the passages of the hill country, and had tops of the high hills, and had laid impediments in the campaign countries.
Champion.
Salakia.
His campaign?
Campaign.
All right, there we go.
God. Verse 2, wherewith he was very angry, and called all the princes of Moab, and the captains of Ammon, and all the governors of the sea coast.
And Israel has set up and prepared for war, man. You understand? Because we ain't with that nonsense. We seen people moving around and looking like they're trying to get to where we at, and we prepared for war. We set our army up and we went in defense mode. We went in defense mode. Let's keep reading.
God, verse 3. And he said unto them, tell me now, ye sons of Canaan, who this people is that dwelleth in a hill country, and what are the cities that they inhabit, and what is the multitude of their army, and wherein is their power and strength, and what king is set over them, or captain of their army.
And this heathen, he wanted to know what the deal was with the children of Israel, man.
Right.
You understand? He wanted to go in there and storm and try to take over and start a fight with the children of Israel. But first, he wanted to go get some intel. You understand?
Right.
He was the sucker. He was the sucker on the block that pulls up and looks at the brother who's getting all the attention and all the love and all the women. You understand? And everybody wants to be his friend. And he's the hater in the corner. Like, who do you think he is?
Right.
Who should think he is? Where he from? You from over here? Where who you related to? He was the sucker in the corner instead of being a man about his and coming and getting his butt. He came straight up and got whooped out and went right back home.
Right.
But he went and did some intel. He's trying to figure out what's going on. He's doing his research on the children of Israel. Man.
Right.
You understand? He went and ran a background check on us. Let's drop down to verse 5.
God. Verse 5. Then said Achior, the captain of all the sons of Ammon, let my Lord now hear a from the mouth of thy servant.
And he went, and one of these he told him, like, listen, I got a servant here, man. And he got some intel. You understand? He know a little something, and he gonna tell you something. Let's go to verse 6.
God, verse 6. This people are descendant of the Chaldeans. Verse 7. Wheretofore in Mesopotamia would not follow the gods of their fathers, which were in the land of Chaldea.
And just like right now, our brothers and sisters we were disregarding what our father said. Caused us to live a life that we didn't have to.
Right.
Causing us to deal with things that we don't have to deal with. Causing us to be put in situations that we wouldn't even think about if we do what our father says to do. Right. But let's keep reading about this nasty heathen that's going to try to get the scoop on the church, trying to tell our history. You understand? He's trying to tell our history to another heathen. You understand?
Right.
That's this dirty heathen talking to this other dirty heathen about some special and peculiar treasures. Let's keep reading.
God, verse 7. And they sojourned wheretofore in Mesopotamia, because they were not follow. Verse 8. Verse 8. For they left the way of their ancestors and worshiped the power of heaven, the power whom they knew from the face of their gods. Into Mesopotamia and sojourned there many days. Verse 9. Then their power commanded them the place where they sojourned to go into the land of Canaan, where they dwelt, and were increased with gold and silver, and with very much cattle.
And when we served the Most High God and did what the Lord wanted us to do, we were increased. We had gold and silver and cattle and fields You know what I'm saying? We had food for days. We had garments and clothes and water and drink. And everybody was shining. Because you know Israel, we love to shine, man. We love jewelry. We love shiny things. We are we are visual people. You understand? We care about appearances. We are visual people. When we served the Lord, we had everything we needed. We was good. We was great. Let's keep reading.
Verse 10. But when a famine covered all the land of Canaan, they went down into Egypt and sojourned there. While they were and became there a great multitude, so could not number their nation.
And even in Egypt, even out there in Egypt, being in captivity, we was a great nation. You understand? We was getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You understand? Through the blessings and the grace of the Most High God, we just kept multiplying.
Right.
You understand? We just kept multiplying, waxed exceedingly, till we couldn't even count how many Israelites there were. Let's keep reading.
Verse 11. Therefore the king of Egypt rose up against them and dealt subtilly with them and brought them low with laboring in the brick and made them slaves.
There we go, right there. Plain as day. He seen us getting right, and he hated. You understand? Another dirty, filthy heathen who cares nothing about us in the first place. You understand?
Right.
He seen us serving our Lord, doing our thing, and he was mad, and he put us in slavery. You understand? Let's keep reading.
Verse 12. Then they cried unto their power.
Then they what?
Cried unto their power.
They cried to the Most High God, man. We cried to our Father. You understand? The one who cares about us, the one who loves us, the one who wishes the best for us, who wants us to do the best. You understand? Who gives a damn about us? We cried to our Most High power, and what happened?
And he smote all the land of Egypt with incurable plagues.
Egyptians, man. He went and he brought plagues on top of plagues on these brothers, on these people. Ain't no brothers, Salakia, on these people. You understand? He made them very uncomfortable for what they were doing to the children of Israel, man. He brought judgment on them. Let's keep reading.
God. So the Egyptians cast them out of their sight.
Egyptians let us go.
Right.
So I don't want to deal with that trouble. Their power revealeth secrets. You understand? They learned what Nebuchadnezzar knew.
Right.
Let's keep reading.
And the Most High dried the sea, and the Most High dried the Red Sea before them. Verse 14. And brought them to Mount Sinai and Kadesh Barn and cast forth in the wilderness. Verse 15. Verse 15. So,
let's drop down to 17.
God. And whilst they sinned, not before their power, they prospered, because the iniquity was with them.
And this is the heathen talking now.
Right.
And this is the heathen speaking to another heathen. He's breaking down our whole history. He's out here telling our whole story, man. Of course, he probably, but he's out here giving his story about us. You understand? He's giving his scoop about us to another heathen. And he said, what? Let's get 17 again.
Verse 17. And whilst they sinned not before their power, they prospered, because the Most High that hateth iniquity was with them.
The Most High God that hates sin, our Father, he was with us. When we didn't commit sin, he helped us. He ensured that we was great and taken care of, and we had everything we need, and we wanted for nothing. You understand? Let's get 18.
Verse 18. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles and were led captives into a land not theirs. And the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken.
And this is all the things that happened to us from not serving our Most High God. Right. Serve the power. You understand? And the heathen knows this too. You understand? He's telling the story on it.
Right.
You understand? This heathen, these other nations know this story too. They know the rule. They said, man, listen, when they in good graces with their Most High God, they had everything they want. You couldn't get next to these people. But when they don't serve the Most High God, it's trouble.
Right.
It's a problem. You understand? They deal with problems when they don't serve their God.
Damn right.
Let's get 19.
Verse 19. But now are they returned to their power, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem.
And we serving the Most High God. We
right.
As a nation. You understand? Strong and mighty.
Right.
And got a land back and all that. You understand?
Right.
Got somewhere to be now, somewhere to call home.
Right.
We don't have that yet here. You understand? Because we're not doing what we need to do. We're not taking heed to these scriptures. We're not serving the Most High God. We're not following these laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High God. And these damn nations know that. Right. You understand? They thrive off of that. They pray and hope and devise evil plans to make sure that we don't get to that.
Right.
When are we going to wake up and do what we need to do?
Right.
When are we going to learn from our history? Let's keep reading. Let's drop that. Let's go to verse 20.
God. Verse 20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be and they sin against their power, this shall be their ruin. And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
And they know that too.
Right.
If there's error with us, they can overcome us. If there's error with us and we're not serving our God, they can attack us and destroy us and put us in prisons all throughout the damn earth and shoot us down in the streets in every state and every city of the damn earth. You understand? And do and give us drugs and abortion clinics. You understand? Make our women whores. Make our young brothers think that they're gangsters and criminals. And do all types of malicious, vicious, vile acts to us because we are not serving our power.
Right.
So we're subject to everything.
Right.
You understand? We're subject to everything because we won't serve our power. We are in harm's way because we don't want to follow orders.
Right.
Because we don't want to be obedient children. We are putting ourselves in harm's way. And the oppressor knows that. Right. These other nations know that. That's why they push sin and put millions and billions of dollars into ads, into tricks, and into commercials to make you go sin, to feed our dirty lust. You understand? Because they know that we're weak right now and we're not doing what we're supposed to do, and we want to do what they do and follow after them and be just as wicked and disgusting as them, and it is destroying us.
Right. God.
And they know these things. They push these things to keep us destroyed. Let's get verse 21. Baba Kushad.
God, verse 21. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, defend them, and their power be for them a reproach before all the world.
And they know that too. And if we serve our power and we obey the Most High God and get the hell off these drugs and get out of these abortion clinics and get out of these streets gangbanging on each other and stop hating one another, man, and start upholding the laws of the Most High God, that they would have to run away from us. They would flee out of our direction. It would be regentrification.
Right.
They would get that. They would get up out of here. They would get out of Dodge. They would be trying. They would move to the damn moon.
Right.
Most High God probably would have to destroy the earth. He probably just wipe them all out in the sky when they're trying to flee to the damn moon.
Damn right.
Because they would get up out of here.
Right.
They would go. Time to roll, Cole. They would get up out of here.
Right.
They would definitely flee. Well, it says the wicked flee with none pursueth.
Damn right.
They would get going if we was to serve our Most High God.
Right.
The police department, forget about it. Get out of here. Uphold what crime are you fighting? What's your purpose now?
Right.
Serving the Most High God will save us. It's our salvation, and it's the only way for us to be great. It's the only way for us to get right. It's the only way for us to see change, man. We want change. We want better. We want this. We want that. We need to change ourselves.
Right.
We need to change ourselves and serve the Most High God. Let me get one more, then we're going to get out of here.
God.
Let me get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6, verse 16.
God. Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16. Thus saith the Most High, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old path.
Ask for the what?
The old path.
Ask for the old path, man. Let's get back to what we should be doing, man. Let's get back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, man.
Right.
Let's get back to following these laws. Let's get back to reading these scriptures, man. And truly loving and serving the Most High God. Let's keep reading.
Where is the good way?
Where is the what?
The good way.
Because it is the good way. You understand? This is the way for us. This is the way for us to get up out of this captivity. To stop being in poverty, man. To stop being at these dead-end jobs where we get crumbs for nothing and get high bills and we don't own anything. We can't feed ourselves. We can't do anything for ourselves here. You understand? We rely on these other nations and these heathens of people to feed us and clothe us and give us electricity and be able to do this, be able to do that. We need to go back to the old path. Go back to the old way. That is a good way. Let's keep reading.
And walk therein.
And walk in it. And walk in that lifestyle. You understand? Walk in the way of the Lord. Put on your armor of the Most High. Put on your armor of the Lord, man. And walk in it. Let's keep reading.
And ye shall find rest for your soul.
And we shall find what?
Rest for your soul.
And we shall find rest for our souls, man. We don't get no rest here.
Damn right.
We don't get no rest. This is not our kingdom. This is not our place of rest. We are constantly on the go.
Right.
We are constantly scraping and scrounging and fighting and trying to survive, chasing that penny because we owe $1.
Right.
You understand? This is not our rest. But this is how we get rest. By going back to the old path.
Right.
You understand? Going back to our old ways. What's the old ways? Following the Lord's statutes, commandments, and the Most High God.
Damn right.
Knowing who we are as a people. Knowing not to intertwine and deal with these nations.
Right.
Knowing what the Lord said to do. Knowing that we are required and obligated to be a certain way from being a certain people. You got something you want to say, sir?
Loving our brothers and sisters.
What you said?
Loving our brothers.
Loving our brothers and sisters. Damn right, sir. Most important, man. Say those two things are the most important things in the commandments.
Right.
Love the Most High God, love your brother and your sister. If you do that, you don't have to read the rest of the book. You don't have to read the rest of the book. You will naturally just keep the damn laws. From doing those two things, you would know to keep the laws. So that's all it is. That's all it really is.
Right.
That's all it really is. Let's keep reading. There's more than that.
God. But they said, we will not walk therein.
But we say no.
Right.
We say, man, money over everything.
Right.
You only live once.
Right.
You understand? Gotta do what you gotta do.
God.
We need to know what we gotta do. Because it ain't what we think it is.
Right.
This is what we gotta do.
Damn right.
We gotta serve the Most High God, man. We gotta serve the Most High God. The damn oppressor knows it, and the other nations know it as well.
Right.
You understand? We need to serve the Most High God. Ain't we tired of being stepped on?
Damn right.
And we tired of being abused and misused? And we tired of being criminalized and lied on and treated like scum when we are royalty in this earth?
Right.
I know I'm tired of it.
Damn right.
I know I'm tired of it. And we're going to serve the Most High God, man. Brothers and sisters out there, man, so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, if you want a better life, change yours and start serving the Most High God, man.
Damn right.
And with that, I'm going to say shalom. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua brought a thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shemar, our thumb by Shem Yahushua to the sisters. I'll see y'all next week.
Clap it up for the clap.
Class over. The priest officer 500 show off.